Yeah, yeah. Fresh out the cell with a plan and a boo. Ain't clip beeping, but my heart's beating for you. Let's go. Met her on a prison pen pal site. She said you cute even in that orange light. Now I'm home and I'm free, kinda on probation. She picked me up in a Prius, pure elation. Got a teardrop tat and a heart full of dreams. She brought cupcakes and some government cheese. I said, girl, you a snack, maybe even a feast. She said, you just hungry cause you live with the beast. Love after lockup, wild and free. Got no keys, but she got the key to me. From yard time to FaceTime, look at us glow. From prison phone calls to reality show. Love after lockup, we don't play. Tinder got nothing on JPay. I did my time, now I'm doing hers. Doing laundry and love, both in spurts.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Love After Lockup Lockdown, where we are covering Season 2, Episode 28. As always, you can find us in our Facebook group and on Instagram at Love After Lockup Lockdown. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Lisa.
And this week we're covering Season 2, Episode 28, The Mother of All Surprises. Lisa, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic.
So we want to ask everyone in the beginning of the episode here, instead of at the end, to rate and review us because it helps us become visible on major platforms, namely Apple and Spotify. On Spotify, it's a star rating. On Apple, you can choose to do a star rating or an actual review. I think that you can either do stars and an actual review or just stars. But either way, please, if you listen to us, that helps us out immensely. You can also go to our Facebook page and rate and review us there.
Wonderful. And this week we start off with Lacey, John, and Shane. Not so much of John, but we'll put him in there. And she says she likes Shane more because he didn't pressure her to have sex. But like you were saying last week, there's not a good chance that as soon as those cameras left, they weren't in the same bed.
She was in his bed. He was doing push-ups in this scene, and she was in his bed.
Oh my
Because I know that the orientation of the way that the rooms were.
Mm-hmm.
His room, if I'm looking towards the rooms, his room was on the left, her room was on the right. Cameras facing towards the left would have caught the bed with the foot of the bed coming towards you from the left. He's doing push-ups and she's in that bed.
It's weird what they hide and what they put across, you know?
I love how Lacey's acting as if she's this moral person who doesn't have sex with her prison dude that she just friggin' picked up, but yet she's a cam model and also a porn star.
Was she a porn star when this was taking place, or did that happen afterward?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but her OnlyFans is porn. So either way,
That's
it's
true.
still on the same level, you know. And plus, how much 4 baby daddies? I mean, come on now, man. Are you fooling? I think. Well, yeah. I mean, if you count Shane in,
I think her 3 kids are by her ex-husband.
I saw there were 4 I don't know, but I saw there were 4.
Oh,
I could be
okay.
wrong.
I
could be wrong.
I thought that all 3 of her kids were from her ex-husband, and then her and Shane had a baby also.
Okay. Oh, so she had 3. Well, she has 4 total.
4 kids, 2 dads.
2 dads. Okay. Yeah.
I
Well, I'm
could be
gonna have to look
wrong.
it up because someone said there were 4.
Yeah.
Maybe that's inaccurate. So
He says she's like an angel, and he's at the gates of heaven. This is nauseating.
it is. And they had an instant connection, is what Lacey says. Okay, an instant connection by her saying how ridiculously hot he is. I haven't heard her talk about anything else other than how hot he is, not his personality, not how well they get along, his hobbies,
Nope.
nothing. We know nothing about Shane up to this point other than the fact that he's a felon, how long he's been in prison, and he's super hot.
He's so hot, and did I mention
Yeah.
he's hot?
Yeah.
So she tells him he's a gentleman because he didn't come into her room. And I don't I think he's probably a nice enough guy, but I wouldn't be calling him a I don't know. I don't know. I'm torn on this one.
All right. It's risky though, truly, because she really does not know Shane. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna guess they slept with the conjoining door open. I don't know. Who knows? But either way, it's pretty risky. She literally knows nothing about this guy.
Right.
She sleeps in a hotel room with him.
Right, and she just found him, like, he doesn't know about John, John doesn't know about him. That's a dangerous game when you're not dealing with felons. But then you add
Yeah.
in, it's a
Hmm.
scary situation, and if I were her, I would be scared. I would not do that kind of thing, not only because it's not the right thing to do, but because it would be fucking scary.
But being that he's a felon and she just picked him up from prison adds another layer of like terrifying. It's like
Right.
what?
Yeah, it's like Cheryl finding her serial killer.
The judgment on these people, the judgment.
So she gets a text from John asking why she's ignoring him. And Shane's like, "Who are you talking to?" And she's like, "Oh, it's nobody. Nobody important. Don't worry about it."
Yep. She's walking down that hill and then she gets the text because she's not picking up his calls. It's just
How did she think this was going to work out?
I don't know. I don't know. So she tells Shane that she's got to go check on her kids, like, well, to call her dad to check on the kids. So all of this is a lie, and I'm like, did you have you checked on your kids?
I didn't even think about that. But yeah, if she's not checking on them, what is she going to say? Oh, I need to check on them again 15 minutes later?
Oh gosh. So she's feeling guilt about lying to. I swear to God, she said Sean. She said Sean. Shawncan.
It gets so much worse. Like, I forgot whether Shane's name was Sean or Shane for a minute because of the Chon.
It's not the only word that she slurs, though. I've put a couple words in certain scenes. She's worse with her slurring of her words. I don't know if just maybe that was a day that she got some lip injections. I don't know. It's like literally possible though,
Yeah.
because I mean, you're swollen after, and I can only think that that's why. I don't know if she's under the influence of anything or if she's like using pills or something. Something's making this woman slur her. She says the word shruth, like Shruth, and I wrote it down. She's like, I need to tell John, or I'm sorry, John's being released in 2 weeks, and I need to tell Shane the truth. And I was like, truth?
Yeah, she said it's gonna blow up in her face. Well, you fucking think so, man? Like,
Uh huh.
how would this ever have worked out? What did you think was going to happen?
Hysterical.
And Shane's there the whole time saying, she's got a big heart. Does she, though?
Yeah.
Next up, Vincent and Amber, and they are shopping for a bed for her.
Yeah. This just gets more and more awkward as we freaking go on here. They're bed shopping, not for a bed for Vince's house, a bed for Puppy's mom's house. Still, these two are like gonna live this separate life. They look awkward together. It's weird. They're laying down on the mattress, testing it out. The mattress and the box spring together are like $699. I'm gonna guess Vince is buying this for her.
Yeah, yeah. He said he doesn't mind because he knows they're going to get married.
Whatever.
Now, they're laying on the bed where the salesman kept saying, like, you just lay down there with her, lay down there with her. And then Vince looks at Amber and he goes, this might be the first time of many that we're on a bed together.
Yeah, I wrote the word gross.
She goes, it's definitely the first.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Amber's laughing. Oh my God. So Vince is like, this bed is approved by me, and I'm like, come on,
And that matters to who?
just stop. Can you not read the signals here?
She tells him that he won't be sleeping on it because Puppy's mom said he can't.
Yep, no boys allowed.
Yeah, no staying over. And he says people change their minds. She's not changing her mind on that. I wouldn't change my mind on that either. You're a weird dude.
Yeah, yeah, no. No one's changing their mind here. And Puppy's mom, we know, wants Amber and Puppy together. That's what I'm sure you got that too, but I feel that. I
I
think
don't
that
think
she thinks
that's the case at
no,
all. No.
no. I think I don't know. I maybe thought that thought that they should be a couple, but whatever. But so we found out that Amber was writing a guy the first time she was in prison, and she thought that they had a great connection. But when she got out and they stayed together for a year before they actually got married, she found out that it was a huge mistake.
Right. She's got a little bit of trauma, but built up because she's already tried this once and it didn't work. So she may have some fear on trying it again.
So I thought it was a little bit weird that Vince, well, I mean, at least Amber says that's a prepaid card. That's what I heard. I was like, why is Vince paying for this mattress with a prepaid card? That was weird. Did you hear that?
I did hear it, but I didn't think much about it.
I was like, that's strange.
So while she was in prison, her and Vince discussed marriage, but she said she's in no hurry and says they need to get to know each other, which I think is a fair statement. I feel like she's not on board with this rapid kind of wedding, and she's not necessarily saying, I don't want to have anything to do with you. It's more like, we need to take this slow. Like, we got to get to know each other. I know that there's 22 months invested in it, but she's just not feeling it from what I can tell.
No, and he literally wants to marry her. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Vince, he's saying it feels awkward, and I'm like, if it feels awkward, do you really think that this is a good idea? He just is on the marriage thing, and I'm like, I don't I think you're right. It's like, well, he's invested all this time, even though it feels awkward, and they literally just found out they have like zero connection,
Mhm.
physical or emotional or anything at all, and he still wants to marry her. And it just feels like me he I don't know. I mean, I don't think she feels obligated, so why do you feel obligated?
I mean, why do it if it's not gonna work? If you already know that things aren't gonna work out, it's not like she's not saying it's over, don't talk to me. She's saying, I'm not into this right this minute. But she doesn't
Yeah.
misrepresent herself, I feel. Like, she could be playing him and be keeping him at arm's length, kind of like Lizzie did with Scott the whole time.
No, I'm gonna say Amber's an to me right now, like what we know of her, she's a pretty honest, straightforward girl. She's not playing anyone. She's not leading him on. She's saying it's weird. She's making him know it's weird. She's not leading him on at all. I mean, he's just got to take a hint here. I mean, he buys her a bed, great, but he offered, but I don't feel she's using him. This is a different scenario here than we have seen.
We have to keep in mind that he's never been in a serious relationship. So he doesn't know what he's doing or how to interact with other people in that way.
It's weird that he hasn't though at this point. It's like
Hmm.
it's weird that this is what he's choosing to be his first serious relationship. That's odd.
But starting from the very beginning, where he just randomly writes 10 women, that was odd too. Like, everything he's done has been a little off. I don't know. I mean, he's there's just something different. He's just
Weird.
different. He's just a different dude.
Something's weird. I don't know. I feel like he's got I dare I say serial killer vibes. I'm like, Cheryl, where are you?
Right. Here's a man for you. No, but he confronts her about not sharing a bed the night before, and she said, I don't know what you expect from me. And I feel like that's an honest answer. I mean, what she's not obligated to have sex with you just because you're there.
I know. And I don't know what their conversations were. Maybe they did talk about sex, but and I'm guarantee you in no way, shape, or form was she like, yeah, like Tony and Angela, when I get out, we're just gonna have sex. And like I
Yeah.
just don't see that happening here. He says that he thinks that Amber wants to marry him, but he doesn't know how much longer he could put up with the lack of affection or this aloofness, and he's getting impatient. He's a huge part of the aloofness that's going on here.
Girl, it has been one fucking day. What do you mean you don't know how long you can put up with it? It's been one day. One day.
You know, 22 months in one day.
She does thank him, you know. She tells him she appreciates him, but man, that whole I don't know how much longer I can put up with this lack of affection. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I'm not like Team Vince. He's a weird dude. I don't know what's going on here.
Cheryl, come get your man.
I want to look him up because I don't know. Something's like not. I don't know. I don't want to speculate until I look it up.
We'll find out next week. Next
Yeah.
up, Cheryl and Josh, and they go out to lunch and they're meeting his mom, Tina, who we know doesn't like her. But the difference is instead of how the show has frequently said these two people don't like each other and then they kind of bicker a little bit, these two really do not like each other,
Yeah, we find out a weird reason why though. But like the what
right?
caught me is that he's like, "Oh, I'm going to treat you to a nice little lunch." Really, Josh? With what money? With Cheryl's money? The same money she bought her own damn ring with? What money are you going to treat her your little turd burglar to lunch with?
And she keeps making shitty faces at Tina. Like she's just scowling and I'm like, what is wrong with your face, girl? Why would this woman be nice to you when you're sitting there looking at her like that? And she
She's
ultimately wants to go back to Tina's house and stay with Josh. This is not the way to approach that.
No, and she's acting like a child. You're right. If she wanted to go back and stay with him, at this point, I would be kissing Tina's ass. I
Mm-hmm.
would be like being on my best behavior, being nice, showing that I can be personable to her. But that's not what's happening here because Cheryl's in her own Cheryl world.
Well, so then Josh asks Tina if she has a room for him to parole to. Wouldn't you have figured that out before you set up your parole?
Yeah.
He asks if Cheryl can come and stay with him in his room, and Tina's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, it's only temporary." And mom's like, it's not comfortable with having Cheryl at her house because she just does not like her. And then I we learn that mom thinks that Cheryl was trying to sleep with her man, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when did this happen? I'm confused. Did I miss something?
So I was thinking the same thing because they've never been together outside of prison, right? That
Mhm.
being said, is
No.
she hanging out with his mom and her husband then? She would have to be.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is when she's gone to visit Josh, maybe she stayed at his mom's house?
Oh,
Instead of, like, a
maybe.
hotel? Yeah.
Okay, that could happen. Now, Josh tells Tina that he plans to transfer to Texas, and she's super upset about it, understandably. Like, you're going to
Mhm.
parole, you're already in a vulnerable state, and then you're going to leave your family. So, especially for Cheryl.
Yeah, for someone she just doesn't like, and rightfully so. And Josh says that his mom and Cheryl are a lot alike and both psycho sometimes. Well, I'll agree with that with Cheryl, but we don't know much about Tina at this point.
We just know Tina doesn't like Cheryl. But I
Yep,
mean, based on her thinking that she wants to sleep with her husband because she bought him beer, that seems a little intense.
it is a little, yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna guess that Kenny's on the older side based upon, well, maybe I don't know, who knows.
Who knows? Tina asks where Cheryl's kids are, and she says they're with her parents. And Tina says, for how long? And Cheryl's like, until We get settled to make sure this is going to work. And Tina says, well, what if it doesn't? So Cheryl gets pissed and leaves.
Yeah.
Very mature.
Yeah, Cheryl's like Josh's mom acts like she's something special when she's trash, and I'm like, really, Cheryl, come on, let's take a good look in the mirror here, the mirror of imagination in your world.
And Tina says she doesn't think it's going to work between the two of them. You hope. You hope.
Yeah.
Next up, Lizzie and Daniel. And Daniel's mom tells him she loves him, and he doesn't respond. Did you catch this?
Yeah, I would. Well, I think that's super weird for a mom and son, but I thought it was Lizzie that said it, but I realized it was his mom. I feel like if I was riding in a car with my son, either of them, and I was just randomly like I love you, I feel like they wouldn't say anything back either. My daughter would, but not my sons.
I feel like my kids would. I don't
Not
know.
if it's not something normal that you normally do. My kids would be like, what the fuck?"
I tell everybody all the time. That's probably the difference.
Yeah.
So Lizzie says she wants to have sex, but that's hard to do with his mom around. Well, yeah. And you've waited this fucking long.
I Yeah. Well, we still don't know what Lizzie's secret is, but I guess we can guess. But Lizzie says that they're going to meet her mother so that everyone has to be on their best behavior.
Right? She says Teresa, which is Daniel's mom, has a bitch ass attitude.
Yeah. That's why she's nervous about them meeting.
She is bitchy though. Like, I don't know if production made her as bitchy as she is or what, but
I think she just doesn't freaking like Lizzie. Daniel shakes her mom's hand and they do a toast. Okay.
and they're all drinking.
Yeah.
You pick him up
Like,
from prison and then you're all drinking?
I don't think he's supposed to drink. That's what I was like, is he supposed to drink?
You wouldn't think so.
No. So what he does, he's like, well, that's the first drink I've had in years. And he said, oh, and it burned. And then he's like, the only thing I've had in prison was not real alcohol. It was hooch, like the
Yeah.
toilet wine.
Toilet wine.
Yeah.
So Teresa says Lizzie is harsh in her comments and facial expressions. And my comment to this was, girl, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. I don't care for Lizzie so much. I don't know about you. Not a fan.
Not super, but at the same time, Teresa, like, just calm down, man. There's so
I'm
much.
not a Teresa fan either.
I like Lizzie more than I like Teresa, but that's not saying a whole lot.
A lot, yeah. Yeah.
And their plan is to go home and drink more.
Yeah, and mom's like, "Well, what happened the last time you drank?" And this is when her apartment got raided and Daniel went on the run and she
Right.
got charges and blah blah blah. So,
And he says, like, he's worried that his mom is getting too involved in his life. I would say
we knew that
so.
was going to be an yeah, we knew that was going to be an issue. Everyone knew that that was going to be an issue. She wants to control him so that he doesn't get in trouble again. I can understand that, but he's your son is also an adult. I mean, he's going to make his own decisions, good or bad. He has up to now. And Daniel's like, "Well, that was the past." Well, okay, Daniel, prove to us that you're about to change. I don't know whether he does, but I hope that he does.
It's a good question. Next up, we check in with Angela and Tony. And then Angela and her friend and her sister are going wedding dress shopping.
Yeah, yep. So they're at the bridal shop, and she says that now that Tony is free, everything seems much more real to her. I get that.
And she says that he's been working at a hotel in housekeeping.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he's maintained that job because they don't always give us the duration or length of time between scenes.
But she does say that she hasn't seen him since she dropped him off at the halfway house. So that's like, what? Like, he didn't just walk out of the halfway house that day and go and get a job.
Right.
So some time has passed here.
What if he did though? What if he had got that job that day and then like took off right after?
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's like one of the things that the halfway house did for him was help him to secure a job so that when he got there he would have a job. It could
Yeah,
be.
could be.
I don't know a whole lot about how halfway houses and how they go. You think I would because of what I did for a living, but I don't. I never asked those questions.
Her sister says she doesn't like the idea of him and she's worried that he's using her, which we all are. We are all concerned about that.
Oh yeah. Yep. I had it's on everyone's minds. I mean, and you think that she would be like, "Wow, there's all these people in my life that care about me that are telling me this is a horrible idea." But she's not.
Angela, if you ever hear this, I want to buy you a beer.
Yeah.
My treat, let's go
We
out.
we pick on Angela a little bit here and there, but I actually feel a little bit bad for her. I feel like she's an intelligent woman.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think she just is attracted to younger guys. I mean, it happens. But
She just got a bad one. You know what I mean? She just
yeah,
got, she, her picker was broken that time. And like we said before, it happens to all of us.
I just wish she would have gone a different route because I think she would have been okay, have she had she not chosen someone in prison.
Right. You wonder why, because she's a friendly woman. She'll walk right up and talk to anybody. You would think that she would be able to meet somebody, but it may just be that that's who she was attracted to.
Yeah.
But her friend tells her sister about how she used to use men in prison and says she spent that money on drugs. Now, we've talked about that before. What are they using all this money? So we were told that phone calls are extremely expensive and now also drugs.
And commissary is expensive, but
Mhm.
this girl's like or this girl, this woman who's her very close friend is like literally trying to tell her, "Hey, when I was in prison, I talked to people and they gave me money and I bought drugs with it." And she's kind of like, "Hey, Angela."
Yeah.
And Angela's not getting it. But they are doing all this while they're looking at her in wedding gowns, and Angela didn't want something too frilly or bling blingy. And the dresses she was putting on were beautiful on her.
That first dress was it, but she wanted that second dress with the long sleeves. But the problem was, it reminds me of when I was in high school and I used to have my hands like covered by my shirt sleeves.
Mhm.
It was like the arms were just too long. And I was like, you are too pretty. And she is built fantastic. You know what I mean? She
Yeah.
would have looked good in anything that she chose.
Yeah, she probably I mean, you can have those she's probably gonna have to have that altered, but, like, that first dress, I think was yeah, definitely better on her, especially because she is marrying a younger guy, and it
Mm-hmm.
was, like, a younger dress,
Mm-hmm.
the other one was kinda matronly a little bit, but it they both did look fantastic on her.
So Tony calls and says he has a problem. He was supposed to go back to the halfway house, but he didn't go back after work.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I'm I don't know, is this where the prostitutes start?
I don't know. You would feel that
Because
way,
that's
like
what I was thinking.
you're at a
Yeah.
hotel and you just didn't go back.
Yeah. Yep. He's just he said he had a bunch of phone calls from the halfway house telling him you have to go back or we're gonna put you in jail.
Well, he said he got
And
an email and then he freaked out.
email. Was he checking an email?
I don't know, man. So he
I,
must have a phone.
on
Well, he's got a phone, I would assume. He called her.
I don't know. I mean, is it an Obama phone or is it like a little flip phone that they get for free from the government? He's checking email on it.
She probably gave it to him. She bought him so much stuff.
Maybe, or he's in the, like, the motel lobby
Oh, he could have
checking
been.
email in the business center, I don't know, but She's like, you're calling me to tell me that you're going back to prison while I'm picking out my wedding dress.
Right. If that is not a red fucking flag, I do not know what is. I mean, aside from like being there and exchanging vows and then your husband like punches you in the face, I don't know what other red flags you could get that would be more fucking obvious than this.
He is full of red flags. Since the day she picked him up at the prison, it has been red flag, red flag, red flag the
Yep.
whole way through. And she is clearly ignoring every single one of them. Because, like we said, this is not a stupid woman. This is an educated woman
Right.
ignoring everything.
I do feel like we should bring up, because we know now what we didn't before. Dante had let us know that the scene at the beginning when Angela and Tony were first meeting and the whole steak or blowjob issue came up, that was something that production pushed, and she ended up losing her job over that.
Yes, it's very sad. A lot of it, you can tell. We could tell things that have been set up because these things, production is not there 24 hours a day. They're not just there waiting for these things to happen. If they did that, it would be a tremendous amount of time that they'd have to waste with multiple people. This is many, many people.
Right.
And they can't be there for everything. So they're setting it up. And if they were, they would have hours and hours and hours and hours of footage to go through just to get something exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said in when we first started recording season 1, Jana with the lost folder, I mean, they set that up because they needed something exciting. We could tell it was set up. And as we go along in the seasons, I'm sure we're going to see more and more of things that are obviously set up.
Right. Next, Andrea and Lamondre, and she's excited about him getting released the next day.
Yeah. She's super happy and she's looking very forward to being intimate with Lamondre because they just have great chemistry.
She said he's flashy and he's going to buy her a Porsche when he gets out.
That's her dream car. He's been very financially good to her up to this point. Why would he not be when he gets out? It's going to get better. We don't know how Lamondre hides his money. We can only speculate.
It's probably for good, though.
I, mm, I mean, he's obviously smart if he's still got money. So he did something right. But he does call her and he said he's in a very, very bad mood and he's been dreading calling her. And she says, "Oh, you're just nervous." But
Yeah, but
he's not getting out of prison.
he's not getting out. Next, we're back to Vince and Amber. Vince moves her bed and says that's why he's in shape. He pulls it out of the truck all by himself.
Oh man, I've done that myself with bigger mattresses. Get over yourself, Vince.
Yeah, she says he has a nice body and he's good looking, which is, I feel like, the nicest thing she said about him since.
I know. He's like okay. He shouted for Amber to get him some water, and for a second I thought this is not a girl that is going to fetch you water, and I thought she was going to say something, but she does it, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, he did just buy her a bed and then carry it in for her.
Yeah.
So he asks Puppy's mom to take a picture of them on the bed, which, what? This is the bed I bought for
Oh,
this lady.
oh goodness. And he awkwardly kisses Amber.
That was so bad.
She looks so like stunned after.
Oh man, I felt bad for her, for being honest, just because she did not want that. She didn't want to have any part of that. And what is she gonna do? Shove him off the bed?
Oh gosh. Yeah. I feel so bad for both of them, honestly, at this point.
I know, right?
You two just go your separate ways. It's weird.
I mean, I hope that Vince has found somebody more like him and that he's in a happy relationship. This just wasn't the relationship for him,
No, no,
for
no. He
either
got
of
this
them,
one real wrong. Yeah, they
right?
both got it wrong. So he says he can't believe he's going to go back to the Airbnb alone, but he is.
Yeah, he says he doesn't know if building the bed for her will make her more affectionate. What? This seems to be like the only thing he cares about. He keeps bringing it up.
I built a bed for you. Now do you want to sleep with me?
Take your pants off. Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh. Like, why would that change anything?
Right?
So he thought that he and Amber were going to be super happy and super connected and get married. And it's just not turning out the way that he thought it would.
Right. So she thanks him and then says that she's going to stay there. And he said, "Oh, that's fine." But then he comes and tells us that he can't think about it because he'd get pissed off.
Hmm.
So you're mad that I mean, I wouldn't want to be at an Airbnb alone either, but it seems like he's more mad that she doesn't want to sleep with him than he is that she's not going back to the Airbnb.
I think so, but I don't know. I mean, like I wonder what time of the day it is because like if it's early, like I guess he would be thinking, "Oh, well maybe she'll just want to come, over and hang out with me, and I can bring her back and she can sleep at Amber or I'm sorry, Puppy's mom's house." But it seemed early.
That would be the right
Really.
move, if she didn't have to be back early to go hang out with him for a while and then sleep there. That seems like a good move.
But she has a curfew because she's paroling. So she does
Okay.
probably have a curfew, right?
I would assume
I mean,
so.
she doesn't have an ankle monitor, but she still does have a parole officer who could check in at any moment.
Right. Next up, Lacey, John, and Shane. And Lacey and Shane go out to eat. And she said her feelings for Shane have grown.
In 10, 15 minutes, like what? I- This literally sounds like a teenager in high school. Oh, we spent one day together. I'm in love with him. My feelings have grown for him. We're in love. Whatever.
They're meeting her best friend, Miranda. And she said that Miranda is the only person who knows about Shane.
She also says that she wants her friend to meet you.
To what?
Meet you.
What
Meet
is it?
you. She's like,
Oh,
I want her to meet you.
she gets hard to understand sometimes.
Jesus. Miranda was like surprised when Lacey told her about Shane because she's like, "Hey, what about John?" Like she's confused. We don't know like why Lacey would be looking to replace John with Shane.
Right.
What's there's not a good enough reason, I think, in my eyes, and I'm sure in her friend's eyes too.
I feel like Miranda is concerned that it's going to turn violent. And in this situation, she is playing with fire. And just because it doesn't turn out like that doesn't mean that it couldn't have turned out like that. Is
Yeah,
it
well, she asks why he was in prison
right?
because we'd want to know this. He caught a malicious wounding charge.
I don't know what that means.
But I don't know either, but she said it was with good intentions. What?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. We'll look it up and figure it out. Or if you know, you can email us. You can jump in the Facebook group. You can message us.
I'm definitely asking. I don't know what the hell that means.
Miranda tells Lacey that she's worried about how John is going to respond to all this. And Lacey's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to tell him when we're in a public place because you know that this is a dangerous thing to do."
It is. It is very dangerous. The friend says to Shane, she's like, I want to make sure you're not going to hurt her because if you ever hurt her, I will kill you. And she looks at him and she's like, no, like I'll really kill you.
Right?
And like she looked like serious. Like
Yeah.
she's going to maliciously wound you
She will
with
maliciously.
intent.
But when they're done eating, Shane thanks her for meeting him. I mean, he's very polite. I'll give him that. But next, we check in with Josh and Cheryl for a very brief moment, and she's upset that they can't stay together.
Yeah. The ankle monitor was kind of a shock to her, but She goes, he did steal a ton of cars and rob a bank, so.
Maybe that's why it happened. Weird. Back to Andrea and Lamondre, and he tells her he's not getting out the following day, and she throws the phone and shuts the bathroom door and starts crying.
Yeah, she doesn't actually believe him, but why would he lie about this? Come on now. I mean, this would be a really, really shitty lie.
It would be a weird one, too.
Yeah, or joke or whatever.
Right.
And she's super, super upset, and she doesn't really want to speak to him right now. And that the lawyer told him on Friday, and he waited to tell her.
Till the day before. Like within hours. It was like 12 hours or something.
Terrible.
It's such a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
Next, we're back to Cheryl and Josh, and she's on a tangent about his mom.
She says, I didn't fuck her man.
Ugh.
So gross.
And then she drops him out down the road from his mom's house because she says she doesn't want to get that close to him or that close to her, but she'll be back in the morning.
Ugh. She says, I told your mom if I was going to cheat on Josh, or if I was going to cheat on Josh, I wouldn't do it with your grody ass man.
And she says she's depressed because they can't be together, so she calls her sister to tell her about his ankle monitor, and her sister laughs, and Cheryl starts crying. Your sister never supported this relationship. Why did you think you could call and complain about the very real things that are going to happen in dating a prisoner?
Let's not forget that her sister is a freaking correctional officer, so she like
Right.
knows all of this and what happens. And she told Cheryl to stop being in La La Land and that this stuff could happen, and it happened. And hello, you are with a criminal who robbed a bank and stole cars, and they can't trust that this guy isn't gonna do this again, so they put a damn ankle monitor on him.
Right.
What were you thinking? He was just gonna get out, you're gonna have a grand life, you're gonna get married. I mean, at this point now, if you get married right away, he's gonna be at his own wedding with an ankle monitor on. How embarrassing is that?
But I think that she does believe all of these things. She wants things to be a certain way, so she's convinced herself that they are that way. He'll get to stay with her. They'll fall in love, get married in this wonderful wedding, and everything's going to be perfect. I think she believes that. But her sister tells her she's crying over nothing, and Cheryl's response is to cry more.
Yeah. Sure, she's like, I'm over waiting. You didn't wait anything. You waited while he was in jail. Now unfortunately, you should have thought about the fact that this man is going to have a lot of rules after he gets out for a long time, likely. And what are you over waiting for? You can't you can't just decide that you want this to not be real. It's very real. Now you have to follow the rules. This is your life now, Cheryl. This is what you left your kids for.
Cheryl, answer my friend request.
Oh God. She's never going to answer.
She
I
probably
don't think
did. She was probably like, decline.
as of this point, there is no redeeming qualities in Cheryl that I can find, and nor Lacey.
Oh man, they are in it this week, this whole season. So we round this
Mhm.
episode up with Angela and Tony, and Tony says he's not going back to the halfway house because he's not going back to jail. You think you are, probably.
Yeah, he can't just decide that he's not going back to jail, but he's just like, yeah, no, I'm not going back. So he's just going to be a fugitive on the run, I guess.
Until they catch him again, and he goes back.
At this point, like, you know that Angela is shitting. She's like, holy fuck.
Right? I feel like I've been in a relationship like this, not with these situations, but where it's kind of like you know better, but you keep doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So she asks him what happened, and he said a friend picked him up and they played some basketball. And then he got an email telling him to come back, and he freaked out and got a hotel room instead.
Oh my God. Oh, this is why these two are one of the favorite couples of all time, because they are just and it gets worse. I know it does. I haven't watched past this, but I know it gets worse by what I read. And at this point, you're like, how could this get any worse? Well, it does.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It's much worse.
So she asks him where he is, and he says he's not going to tell her because he doesn't want to go back. And he says it's not going to end well for him because it never does. Is that because you are creating these circumstances?
He's just, I don't know what she sees in him. I really am like, what do you see in him, Angela? What?
He's young and sexy.
But he's not. I don't even think that he is. I guess
No,
he is to Angela, but I do not find that in this man.
he's not an unattractive guy. I think the problem is that knowing who he is and the way he behaves, that makes him significantly less attractive.
Yeah, I agree.
But she asks him if the issue is drugs, and then he just fucking hangs up on her, which would probably piss me off as much as him not going back at all.
Did we find out? I don't remember, but was he in for any sort of drug charges? Was he
I don't
on
remember if he
drugs?
was in for them, but I think he does have drug issues.
Oh, okay.
So her friend and her sister tell her that he's definitely doing drugs and he's with another woman, which I would say I'm not going to say it's obvious, but they are probably right.
Yeah, he says a friend.
Right. He would
Come
have
on.
said, my buddy Matt, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
if he
Yeah, or a
wasn't
guy I work with or
exactly.
something.
Yeah.
But like he just won't tell her where he is, and the sister is just like, jump him.
Right. Yeah. Get rid of him. He's not worth it.
Yeah, and Angela's like, I have to go find him. How are you gonna find him? What are you how?
A hotel. I mean, you could go to his work, I guess, and start there, but what are you going to do? Just ask. Well, probably would just walk around asking everybody if they had seen him.
Yes, she would. She's gonna go knock on every motel door within a walkable vicinity unless he takes the bus. She's
Yeah.
gonna just go knock. Is Tony here? And a black man's gonna come out, and she's like, "Are you Tony?"
So she starts crying and says they want her to get rid of him, but she knows that he's a good man. Based on what, my friend? Based on
No,
what?
I don't see any clues that this man is a good man. I don't know where she has come up with this. In that she's like, I know that he loves me, and what? What has he done? I since he's gotten out. I mean, maybe in prison he drew you some cards, but what has he done since?
Right.
But like, just shit on you.
Yeah, he made her feel bad about herself. He's not taking the path that leads to them being together.
Terrible.
So who is your VIP for this week?
What was her name? Miranda, Lacey's friend,
Okay,
for
yeah.
telling Shane straight out that she's just gonna kill him.
I chose Angela's sister. I feel like she's supportive to a point that it makes sense. You know, I want to be here for you, but also don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
And your
that's good.
POS?
Lamondre, because that was
Oh.
really terrible. Because he knew she'd be preparing to
Mm-hmm.
go. She probably got her nails done. She might have gotten her hair done. She was packing. I mean, she was she was so ready to go, and to break her heart like that was awful.
It was a Meghan Michael move.
He knew for days,
Yeah.
for how a few days. Terrible.
And mine was Tony for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah.
So that's about it for this week's episode. If you enjoyed the podcast, head over to Apple or Spotify to rate and review. If you'd like to continue the conversation, join our group on Facebook at Love After Lockup, Locked Down. Listen every Wednesday wherever you find your podcasts and keep those notifications on to be the first to catch bonus episodes.
And in the meantime, don't fall in love.
And don't get locked up.
First date at Walmart, keeping it low. told the clerk, don't judge me, I'm on parole. I brought roses, okay, 1 rose from a gas station. She said, oh babe, now that's validation. We be vibing in a halfway suite. Microwave dinners, romance elite. She my ride or die, she brought me a phone. Even snuck it in once, pre-release song. She hold me down like a key-o with charm. Except she don't mace me or twist my arm. We write vows in Sharpie on my court docs. Judge said no contact, but we beat the clocks. Love after lockup, cuffed and proud. Matching jumpsuits, now we rockin' the crowd. She said, don't mess up, I said, bet. Now we're TikTok stars with no regrets. So here's the love and second chance thrill. From a concrete bed to Netflix and chill. They said, don't catch feelings, but I caught a case of butterflies, girl, not just in one place. Ankle monitor beep. Oops, curfew gotta bounce.